This is a CBS2 News update. I'm Dick Brennan. Police are trying to figure out what caused a Long Island woman to snap and allegedly stab a guest to death inside her home in Great Neck. CBS2's Scott Rappaport has the latest.
Police just had a news conference here just a short time ago, laying out the details of this bizarre and complicated case.
Faye, is there anything you want to say?
Collared, cuffed, and not saying a word, 66-year-old Faye Doomchin of Great Neck, charged with second-degree murder for the stabbing of a 60-year-old woman inside this home on 48 North Road.
When officers arrived, we found a 60-year-old female who resides in England and was visiting for holiday, had been stabbed once in the chest. She was taken to a local hospital and pronounced at 6:15 at night. Our investigation led us to the resident, the owner of the house, Faye Doomchin.
Police say it happened Monday around 4 p.m. Doomchin, who lives in the home with her husband and adopted daughter, was entertaining a male friend who brought along the 60-year-old woman from England. They'd gone out to lunch and returned to Doomchin's home. Police say Doomchin and the victim had never met before, but they were both friendly with the man. Once in the home, police say they all socialized, enjoying cake while the man played the piano. But after a while, police say Doomchin expressed her displeasure with the other woman, and the trouble started.
Sometime while they were sitting in the living room, they were talking, and the woman made statements that she did not like the woman from England. She claimed she needed to rid the house of evil. She then appeared from the kitchen with a kitchen knife, walked right over to her and stabbed her in the chest.
Doomchin was taken into custody. Police say she has a prior arrest record for assault with a weapon, a knife, back in 1999, for which they say she served minimum time. Police have not yet released the name of the victim, pending notification of her family. In Mineola, Scott Rappaport, CBS2 News.
Parts of New Jersey are still cleaning up after the storm that devastated whole communities. Governor Phil Murphy this morning declared a state of emergency for areas hit hardest. In Brick Township, torrential rain left widespread flooding and damaged homes, forced the evacuation of more than 100 people from the Greenbrier community. Many people are now back home assessing the damage and trying to figure out what's next.
There's no flood insurance. This is not a flood zone. It's very heartbreaking. And with seniors, you know, they're on Social Security, very limited incomes. I don't know how these people are supposed to pay for everything.
In the town, declaring a state of emergency will help with insurance issues. And today, community members are holding a meeting to help the people impacted try to move forward. And here's more bad news. The rain returns later this afternoon. John Elliott has the forecast.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Here we go again. Now we have heavy rain north and west of the city. We've been watching these storms kind of trudge through parts of the Hudson Valley, also Pike County, even down into Warren and Sussex County. The flash flood watch, though, is north and west. The problem is, you know, it's that training rain. You get heavy rain over the same spot. You could see some local flooding there. And don't forget, I mean, parts of the area that saw 6 inches over the weekend or 8 inches yesterday, you could see some local flooding as this area low pressure brings in the final round of this just devastating rain. And we also kind of flip the switch. It's going to start to warm up today, 82, and you're feeling it because it's very humid. Tomorrow, it's humid and hot, 90, big jump. I think that would be 16 90-degree days for the city. And we're still cooking on Thursday. Thursday, right around 91. And it's going to be a close call. Could see a heat wave. I know that seems almost incidental after all the nasty weather we've been through, but we are going to be dealing with the heat and humidity coming up. 82, your high today, storm risk still, really a better chance for flooding north and west. Going to the beach, UV index is an 8. Rip current risk is moderate, so don't forget that. I think the Yankees may see a delay with a shower, and then they get the game in, 74, and then game on, heats up. 90 on Wednesday, 91 on Thursday, very hot, and a chance for an afternoon thunderstorm Friday into Saturday.
All right, John, thanks very much. Well, a commuter alert for drivers who use 495 in New Jersey. You know the place to access the Lincoln Tunnel. One lane in each direction will close for the next 2.5 years. Yeah, great. It's going to be a major renovation of the 495 bridge. The Department of Transportation detailed what to expect. The closures mean only 2 lanes will be open in either direction. Authorities say tow trucks will be in position to clear disabled vehicles as quickly as possible. You can see the entire press conference on CBSNewYork.com. We're told a person of interest is now in custody in connection with a hit and run in Queens. Now, surveillance video shows an 11-year-old boy riding his bike when a car smashes into him. The video is just too graphic for us to show the whole thing. The driver of the sedan leaves him in the middle of the street and drives off. Police say the boy had internal injuries, was rushed to the hospital where he's now thankfully in stable condition. Police have not said if the person in custody is the driver of that black sedan, but did confirm they are questioning a person of interest. The Democratic candidates for governor of New York have agreed to face the issues face-to-face. Governor Andrew Cuomo and challenger Cynthia Nixon have accepted an invitation for a debate from CBS2. And we can tell you it will take place on Wednesday, August 29th at Hofstra University. You can see the debate at 7 p.m. on CBS2 and CBSNewYork.com. We'll also be simulcasting in Spanish on WLNY TV 1055. Maurice Dubois will be moderating, joined, of course, by CBS2 political reporter Marcia Kramer. Mayor de Blasio just signed a new law putting a cap on ride shares in the city. Now, the law puts a cap on new licenses issued to Uber, Lyft, and other for-hire drivers. The mayor held a public hearing about the legislation before signing it. New York is the first large U.S. city to pass a so-called Uber cap. The mayor will also sign off on a new law to set minimum pay levels for all drivers and minimum fares. A wall collapse in Westchester closed part of Main Street in Ossining and had crews working all day. CBS 2's Tony Aiello is there with more.
A huge retaining wall collapses, causing an unbelievable mess and a very big headache in Ossining, New York. This image from Google Maps shows the wall in 2015, a year before construction of 2 apartment buildings on the land above. This video is from Tuesday morning, after the massive concrete wall collapsed Monday evening. The back half of a building belonging to a construction business was destroyed, so was one of their concrete pumping trucks. Everyone is thankful there were no injuries. Engineers say the apartment buildings, while precariously close to the edge, are stable. They had just started renting units here, so only 2 tenants are affected. Engineers are working on a plan to rebuild the wall as soon as possible. They took soil samples Tuesday, trying to figure out why the wall collapsed.
Happening today, Ray Donovan's star Liev Schreiber is due in court following an alleged run-in with a photographer. Schreiber appears this afternoon at Nyack Village Justice Court in Rockland County. He's charged with second-degree harassment, accused of pushing a photographer's camera away after the flash went off in his face. Part of Ray Donovan's 6th season were filmed at a tavern in Nyack. Well, I'm going to show you a dramatic crash as a car plunged into a pool in Putnam County. That's not the only dramatic part of the story. CBS 2's John Diaz takes us through the incredible rescue.
It's a good thing these guys work out, and were doing so when their neighbor needed their help. After all, you gotta be strong and brave to jump into a pool to save someone, especially when it involves a car. Now, neighbors here at the retreat at Carmel Condominiums in Putnam County tell us a 67-year-old Carmel woman thought she was hitting her car's brake, but instead hit the gas while trying to park in a spot. She ended up plowing through the fence and driving her car into the clubhouse pool yesterday morning. Jeffrey Feinberg says he and his friend were working out in the gym located right next to the pool, and he saw the car go right in. So he got his friend and they ran over to help. His friend jumped in after and was able to get the woman out safely while Jeffrey called 911. Both men are nearly 70 years old. Now, luckily, it was raining here yesterday morning, so no one was at the pool, and the woman escaped without any injuries. They even actually think that they will be able to open this pool tomorrow. That's latest here, though, from Putnam County. John Diaz, CBS 2 News.
Now, clothing and shoes are increasingly being made, we're told, by eco-friendly products. But listen to this. It's a surprise to hear of sneakers made from corn. Yep, check it out. That's right. Reebok just released a shoe made entirely from natural products like organic cotton and corn. They're great with salt, we hear. You know, the corn is milled into a bio-based product that is then molded to make the sole of the shoe, and it wears like rubber. That's what they say. The version is not biodegradable yet, but Reebok says it's working on a second version that will be compostable, so you'll be able to bury it in your backyard. You know, that's convenient. Companies like Allbirds and Nike have been using more recyclable materials to reduce what ends up in landfills. That's the future, folks. And that's your CBS 2 News Update. You can follow us all day long on CBSNewYork.com, also on our Twitter and our Facebook pages for the latest news as it happens. I'm Dick Brennan.